You're thinking about getting the Amazfit Helio strap, but you've heard there are some issues, so you're not really sure if you should pull the trigger or not. There's been some updates. I've been using this thing for a month now. Let me tell you what my opinion is and if it's changed from my last video. In my last video, I gave the Helio strap a 5 out of 10, which I know is quite harsh, but I experienced double heart rate readings and just missing heart rate data sometimes. I also said it wasn't a replacement for a Whoop strap or a sports watch. However, I also said it might be worth investing in an Amazfit product. No, they're not as mature as Whoop, but if they listen to the consumers and what we have to say and update their devices accordingly, there could be a bright future for Amazfit. And now it's looking like they are listening to us. So have I changed my mind since my last video? Yeah, I think I have, honestly. Now that they're actually listening to what we have to say, that changes everything, especially at this price point. The most recent update states that the heart rate algorithm model has been updated, so now we should see more accurate heart rate data and we shouldn't see any missing data. So I'm hoping that I won't see any of this double heart rate business. For me at least, I haven't experienced any double heart rate data or any missing heart rate data since I updated it. That's been my experience. I don't know about other people, but this seems to have fixed the issues that I've been having. They also state that the sleep scores that have been reading very high have now been normalized by taking into account REM sleep and HRV when calculating the sleep score. Why this wasn't the case to begin with, I have no idea, but they've listened and they've now implemented that. And I think the very fact that they have listened and made changes and this device has only been out for a month is a really positive sign. They haven't half-baked a product, released it, and then just said, okay, well, we've got our money. You guys, screw you, we don't care. We're not going to update the product. No, they've listened. It's only been out for 4 weeks and they've already made all these changes. This is really good news. They also state that they fixed some connection issues and bugs. I've not had any issues. I know there's been some Bluetooth dodginess. Personally, the band has worked perfectly fine. Syncing all my data, connecting to the device, it's not an issue. But if you have had issues, that may well now be fixed, which is really cool. And yes, for the record, these are my best fitness modeling poses. Don't judge me. On top of all of this and all the updates, Amazfit have now officially released their bicep band. So that is officially supported and it's actually a very reasonable price. I think it's £10 to £15 in the UK. The reason I say it's reasonable isn't just because it seems to be a low price, but we're so used to comparing everything to Whoop, where the prices are 40, 50 quid for a strap or two. So the fact that Amazfit are saying, you know what, we're also going to sell this, we're going to sell a bicep band, and we're going to sell it at a very accessible price. That's really admirable, but also they're clearly going for the cheaper market with the device itself compared to Whoop. So it doesn't surprise me that it's quite cheap, but you love to see it. I haven't bought the official bicep band because I sewed this janky thing myself, which works perfectly fine. So I don't need to spend an extra 10 bucks. I don't know about the official bicep band, but the one that I've made is great for wearing while you're asleep, so it's not on your wrist and uncomfortable. It's great to wear on your arm so that you can wear a mechanical watch or put it under a sleeve. And at least for my homemade one, I can wear it under my trousers and just put it on my calf, which is super comfortable. And if I wanted to, I can make a bigger one, put it on my thigh, put it on my hip. That's the thing about these devices, because there's no screen to see, there's no real reason to have it on your wrist. You're much better off having it somewhere where there's more blood vessels, like your calf. But the point here is that you have options. You can buy the official one, you can buy an off-brand one, or you can make your own. But the main thing here is that Amazfit officially support wearing the device on your bicep, which should also lead to better heart rate readings because there is more meat and blood vessels there to read the heart rate from. With all that being said, this device still doesn't replace a Whoop. Why? Well, it does essentially the same thing. It's a screenless device, but Whoop is a much more mature company and what they have is the ability to track trends. So you can tell Whoop in the app, I've been taking 100 mgs of magnesium before bed. Tell me what the effects of that are. And Whoop will use AI probably and write a report and say, well, in the time that you've said you've taken magnesium, your sleep score's gone up by this amount, your REM sleep has gone up by this amount, your resting heart rate's gone down by this amount. And these trends and correlations are features that people really appreciate from Whoop, but a lot of people are not willing to pay that price anymore. The Amazfit band doesn't do that yet. This is the thing. Amazfit are updating the app and the hardware is already good enough. So we may see these trends and correlation features coming in the future. I would also say, and I think I said this before, is that the UI of the Zepp app is actually impressive. The main device that I use is a Garmin watch, and the Garmin app is absolutely shockingly bad. It looks like it was made in the 90s. It looks terrible. So maybe my standards are low, but the Zepp app for the Amazfit Helio strap looks really nice. And the fact that the hardware is in a good state, and really all they need to do is update the app, update the algorithms, add some features, and the fact that they're listening to us makes me really hopeful. So frankly, for £99, this is a bargain. I know it also came out in India recently for a reasonable price. So yeah, this is a bargain, honestly. So my answer is yes, I have changed my mind about this device. As I said before, the hardware is good enough, the app is quite nice, but because of all the bugs and issues with the algorithms, I wasn't sold on it. Now, a month later, that everything's being updated and they're listening to us, I'm extremely hopeful for what's to come for this device, and I would absolutely recommend it. I'd give it a 7 out of 10. So as long as you were already in the market for something like this and not particularly looking for a Whoop replacement or the features that you'd want from a smartwatch, and you're not willing to wait for the Polar device to release later in the year, I would actually completely recommend one. Let's wait and see, maybe we're going to get even more updates in the coming months. Stay tuned.